The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, drifting slow and dying light. The sky turned gray long before dusk, like it knew what turned to dust. The water don't run like it used to flow. It moves too still, too dark below, and every breath like something laid to rest. I rode back in where the trail runs thin, through ash and wood and broken wind. The houses stand but barely so, like ghosts forgot where else to go. The fences lean, the doors hang wide, no one left here to run or hide, just quiet rooms and empty chairs holding shapes that ain't quite there. I passed the bridge where we once stood, carving names into the wood, but every mark we left behind is swallowed now by ash and time. And in the haze I thought I saw a figure bend without a law, not walking out, not turning back, just pot of smoke gone drifting black. The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, where all feels close and right, feels like every memory, every sin burned away but still within. Oh, I came back to understand what's left away from this land, but all I found in the thick and bleak was smoke over Hollow Creek. The church still stands with a broken cross, like it remembers every loss. The bell don't ring, the pews don't creak, just silence buried deep and weak. I stepped inside but felt it shift, like the past had torn a rift, and every shadow moved too slow, like it had nowhere else to go. I found a book half burned and torn, pages black and edges worn, names inside I used to know, not just embers in the glow. The air grew thick, the light grew thin, like something stirred beneath my skin, and every breath I tried to keep felt like it didn't belong to me. The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, where all feels close and right, feels like every memory, every sin burned away but still within. Oh, I came back to understand what slipped away from this land, but all I found in the thick and bleak was smoke over Hollow Creek. Down to the stream where water once ran clear and clean. Now it's black and barely moves, like it's forgotten how to prove. I saw reflections not my own in every ripple overthrown, faces staring from below, those who never got to go. They didn't speak, they didn't cry, just watched me with a hollow eye, and in that gaze I came to see this place ain't done with me. And maybe fire don't cleanse or end, it just reshapes what we pretend into something we can't outrun, long after all the burning's done. And maybe smoke don't drift away, it lingers where we choose to stay. don't leave, I don't return, I just remain where embers burn. No past to fix, no truth to speak, just drift and smoke in Hollow Creek. And if you ever pass this way and smell the ash that chose to stay, don't follow where the shadows leak through smoke over Hollow Creek. The fire's gone, but not the stain. It lingers deep in ash and pain. And I am just a voice grown weak in the smoke of Hollow Creek. Open sky, another day to live, another night to die. My boots are worn, my soul is torn from every battle I've survived before. The wind whispers sins I can't deny. Every mile I go, I shut soft, but it called me empty. Your echo stayed, I couldn't sleep. Your footsteps faded down the hall like I was nothing after all. The room went cold, the clock stood still. My breath felt heavier than guilt. I said your name and lost its sound, just staring shadows all around. For the world to speak, but nothing answered back to me. I spoke to silence after you left, and knew my sins and knew my regrets. The wind was humming through the broken pines, like it knew my name but forgot the time. Headlights flicker on a midnight grave, and the radio sings like a ghost I saved. There's a bottle half dead on the passenger seat, and a map that's folded where the edges meet. I swear I saw heaven on the same old road, but it vanished fast when the cold wind blew. I left my home when the skies turned black, with a pocket full of dust and no way back. Mama said, boy, don't trust that road. It takes your name and leaves your soul. But I laughed like fire in a summer storm, said I'd outrun every shape I was born. So I kissed goodbye to the porch light glow, and I followed where the wild winds go. The tires screamed on the gravel night, like they knew the truth I was trying to hide. Every mile felt just the same, like a loop confession without a name. I saw a preacher at a gas station light, said, son, you're drifting out of sight. But his eyes were hollow, his hands were cold, like he'd been driving this road too long to hold. This is a road that never leads home, where the painted lines turn into bones, where every turn is the same mistake, and every dawn is a heart that breaks. So I've been lost, but I keep on driving through the silence where the dead keep riding. And I swear I hear my name in the wind, but the road just bends and begins again. I met a man with a rusted car, said he used to chase every falling star. Now he counts the cracks in his worn-out dash, like the memories that fade too fast. He said, son, don't trust the yellow signs, they lie in shadows and crooked lines. Every promise here is a buried lie, every goodbye just learns to lie. We shared a drink by the roadside ditch, where the voice inside what the silence spoke. I tried to stop, but the wheels won't break. They keep on dragging me night and day. The engine moans like a dying hymn as the edges of the world grow thin. I see my house in the rearview glass, but it flickers like it was never my past. Just a trick of light, just a borrowed dream, slipping away at the seams between. This is the road that never leads home, where the painted lines turn into bones, where every turn is the same mistake, and every dawn is a heart that breaks. So I've been lost, but I keep on driving through the silence where the dead keep riding. And I swear I hear my name in the wind, but the road just bends and begins again. The door shuts off, but it cold me empty. Your echo stayed, I couldn't sleep. Your footsteps faded down the hall, like I was nothing after all. The room went cold, the clock stood still. My breath felt heavier than guilt. I said your name and lost its sound, just staring shadows all around. The ground was soft where I stood still, like it remembered every will. The sky hung low, too close to breathe, over something buried underneath. No cross to mark, no name to tell, just quiet earth that knew too well. And every step I took instead felt like I walked with the dead. I came back here at break of night to face what I buried out of sight. The shovel's rust still fits my hand, like it remembers what I planned. The trees don't move, the wind don't cry, just silence stretched across the sky. And every shadow bends too long, like it's been waiting all along. I tried to leave this place behind, but you don't outrun your own damn mind. And every mile I ever fled just dug me deeper into the dead. There's a weight beneath the dirt and stone that don't belong to flesh and bone. It's every truth I never said, buried down in silent dread. It's 6 feet of regret I made in the dark, where the truth won't fade. No prayer can wash, no time can mend what I laid down and tried to end. Though I tried to walk away from it, but every step just tightened it. And now I stand where I once fled, above 6 feet of living dead. I see your face in the shifting ground, not in sight, but in the sound. Every scrape, every grain of dirt feels like a memory dragged through hurt. The night grows thick around my chest, like it won't let me second guess. And every breath I try to take feels like a promise I can't break. The hole ain't deep enough to hide what still breathes on the other side. And every inch I tried to fill only made the silence louder still. The earth don't forgive, it just holds tight. Every wrong done out of sight, and every lie I tried to keep still breathes beneath that shallow deep end. 6 feet of regret I made in the dark, where the truth won't fade. No prayer can wash, no time can mend what I laid down and tried to end. Oh, I tried to walk away from it, but every step just tightened it. And now I stand where I once fled, above 6 feet of living dead. the shovel, hands went numb, like I knew what I'd become. Not a man who lost his way, but one who chose it anyway. The ground beneath began to shift, not breaking through, but just enough to remind me clear and slow. Some things don't stay where you let them go. I heard no scream, I saw no sign, but something moved between the lines of what I buried, what I knew, and what still lives because of you. There ain't no grave that holds a sin once it starts beneath your skin. No dirt, no dark, no hollow ground can silence what won't stay down. And every night I close my eyes, I feel the weight I can't deny. Not from below, not from the dead, but from the life I left instead. It's 6 feet of regret I made, but I'm the one that never stayed. No burial deep, no ending true, just endless ground between me and you. Oh, I tried to leave, but now I see there ain't no distance left for me. And every road I ever tread leads back to 6 feet of regret. Now I don't dig, I don't repair, I just return and stand there, where silence breathes and shadows spread over the place I left you dead. And if you ever pass this land and feel the weight beneath your stand, don't stay too long, don't look ahead, or you'll find your own 6 feet of regret. The night stays still, the ground won't part. It holds what's buried in my heart, and I remain where truth has bled, bound to 6 feet of regret. Too soft for earth, too still for ride. The wind don't blow, it drags its feet like it knows what lies beneath. Each step I take don't sound the same, like the dirt remembers every name. And something cracks beneath my weight, like it's been waiting to awake. The trail runs dry, where the maps all fade and the markers lie. They say this land don't take too kind to those who wander past their mind. The sky hung low like a rusted chain, holding back a coming pain. And every mile I walked alone felt less like land and more like bone. I kicked a stone, but it split too clean, like it wasn't when I brushed the dust away. I saw a shape that used to pray. The earth don't speak, but it still knows every truth that never shows, and every secret buried deep don't always stay where it should sleep. There's bones beneath my boots tonight, cracking softly out of sight. Every step I take reminds I'm walking over borrowed time. Oh, I try to move, but I feel it pull, like the ground itself is full of everything that came before, and something begging me for more. Walking through the gray, where the daylight slowly slipped away. The land never changed. Like distance here had been rearranged. A fence stood crooked in the field, with wires that refused to yield. And hanging there in twisted form was something shaped but not yet gone. No name to mark, no sign to read, just something left for earth to feed. And in the quiet I could swear it turned its hollow gaze to stare. The wind went still, the silence grew, like the land was watching too. And every breath I tried to take felt like it wasn't mine to make. There's bones beneath my boots tonight, cracking softly out of sight. Every step I take reminds I'm walking over borrowed time. Oh, I try to move, but I feel it pull, like the ground itself is full of everything that came before, and something begging me for more. I knelt down where the ground gave way and brushed the dirt in slow decay. What I uncovered wasn't one, but countless shapes beneath the sun. Layer on layer of silent cries, buried under endless skies. No graves, no stones, no prayers said, just land that fed upon the dead. And in that moment, cold and still, I felt a truth against my will, that I was not just passing through. This place had always known me too. And every step I thought was mine was walking down a deeper line, a path of those who came before, now pressing up beneath the floor. No memory, no final rest, just time collapsing in the chest of earth that holds but won't forgive the weight of all who tried to live. There's bones beneath my boots tonight, no turning back, no wrong or right. Every step I take reminds I'm part of what the ground confines. Oh, I tried to leave, but now I know there's nowhere else for me to go. And every road I once pursued led me here to join the buried truth. Now I don't hear the cracking sound, 'cause I don't walk above the ground. I feel it close around my frame, like I was always part of the same. And if you wander through this land and feel the shift beneath your stand, don't stay too long, don't try to prove what waits beneath your every move. Turns, but not for me. The sky forgets what used to be, and I remain where time concludes, just bones beneath forgotten boots. Don't lie, just stay still, like it's waiting on a wheel. The wind cuts through like something sharp, through a quiet, beating heart. There's a weight I can't outrun, cold as steel, shaped like a gun. And every step I take feels proof there's a bullet meant for truth. I walked into that dying town where every face was looking down. No one spoke, no one asked why, just empty streets and shuttered eyes. The saloon light flickered thin, like it didn't want me stepping in. But I pushed that door with steady hand, like I'd already made my stand. He sat alone at the far end, a man I used to call a friend. But truth don't stay where lies begin, and I could see it wearing him. Every word we left unsaid hung between us like the dead, and every breath we tried to fake felt like a choice we had to make. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, no wrong or mercy, no wrong or right. Just one last line we can't undo, between what's false and what is true. Oh, I tried to bury what I knew, but it always found its way back through. And every lie ever told leads to truth I can't withhold. He spoke my name like it still meant something more than what it spent. But in his voice I heard the break of something neither could remake. He said, you don't know what you've seen, but I've been living in between the man he was and what he's done, and everything we can't outrun. The room went still, the world went tight, like it narrowed down to just this night. And every eye that wasn't there still felt like it was watching there. My hand went low without a sound to the weight I always found. And in that moment, cold and clear, there was nothing left but here. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, no wrong or mercy, no wrong or right. Just one last line we can't undo, between what's false and what is true. Oh, I tried to bury what I knew, but it always found its way back through. And every lie I ever told leads to truth I can't withhold. His eyes met mine without a fight, like he'd been waiting for this night. No anger left, no need to run, just quiet acceptance of what's begun. I saw it then in his stare, not guilt, not fear, just something better, like truth had already taken hold before the story could be told. The silence cracked without a sound, this time itself slowed down, and everything we tried to hide stood there with nowhere left to slide. It ain't the gun that seals the end, or who was wrong, or who's pretend. It's the truth we let remain, growing quiet, growing pain. And every step we took away just led us back to this one day, where nothing left can be unspun, and truth stands still before the gun. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, and I can't tell the dark from light. Every line I crossed before leads me here to settle score. I tried to run from what I knew, but now I see it's always true. And every road I've ever run ends here beneath the smoking gun. To sleep with secrets buried far too deep. No one asks, no one speaks, just quiet truths in hollow streets. And if you ever pass this way, don't trust the things they won't say, 'cause truth don't fade, it just waits behind a gun that hesitates. The night stays still, the echoes fade, but truth don't die where lies are made. And somewhere lost in what I've done still lingers that final gun. watching the fields where the shadows lie. Corn stalks sway in a breathless wave, like something is walking between the graves. The wind don't move like it used to do. It drags its feet like it's passing through. And every sound in the midnight air feels like a voice that shouldn't be there. Took the road past Miller's land, where the soil runs black like burning sand. They said, don't stop when the lights go dim. Don't listen close or you'll follow him. But I was young and I didn't care, just chasing silence into a dare. With headlights cutting the choking green, like the world had forgotten what light could mean. The radio cracked with a broken hymn, like something was singing instead of him. And I swear I heard my name get said in a voice that crawled inside my head. I rolled the window down just a bit, and that's when the whole night started to shift. The corn leaned in like it knew my sins, and the whispers began again. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name, soft like mercy but burning like flame. They said, don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you're never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the tires just spun like the earth itself wouldn't let me come undone. And the deeper I go, the less I see. Just whispers in the cornfield, swallowing me. I stepped out slow on the gravel road, where the air felt heavy, thick and slow. The corn stood tall like a watching crowd, silent but somehow screaming loud. Each stalk was bending just out of sight, like something was moving just beyond light. And footprints pressed in the muddy soil, like something had walked there without recoil. Then I saw a scarecrow standing still, wearing a coat that shouldn't be filled. But its head turned slow in my direction, like it was studying my reflection. And the wind said low in a shaking tone, you should have never come here alone. The corn began to close behind, like it was erasing every line. And every step that I tried to take just led me deeper into the shade. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name, soft like mercy but burning like flame. They say, don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you're never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the tires just spun like the earth itself wouldn't let me come undone. And the deeper I go, the less I see. Just whispers in the cornfield, swallowing me. I found a lantern hanging low, swung by a rope with a dying glow. It flickered words in a broken code, like it knew every path I chose. A figure stood where the roads divide, face half hidden, half alive. It didn't speak, it just stepped near, and suddenly everything went too clear. I saw my father, or what he'd been, before the fields got under his skin. He said, boy, don't trust what you hear at night. The corn don't give back what it takes in life. Then he faded into the grain, like he was never here again. Now the sky is a hollow drum, beating slow till the night goes numb. And I realize with a sinking breath, the corn is just what's left of death. Every whisper is just the past, trying to make a moment last. is everything. I don't know how long I've been here now. The sky don't change, it just knows how to stay the same in a dying loop. Like time got trapped inside the loop. The road I came on doesn't exist, just rows of green in the endless mist. And I hear my voice in the rustling grain, calling myself again and again. Maybe I was never outside, maybe I stepped into something that hides, and every whisper that led me in was just where I always have been. So if you pass where the comb goes high, don't trust the wind, don't question why. And if you hear your name on the breeze, don't follow it into the trees. Because a field don't sleep and it don't forgive, it only knows how the lost still live. And every stalk where the shadows spin, the whispers are waiting to pull you in. Stand tall where the shadows sleep, where the roots run dark and the silence keeps every secret that the night can find. Buried deep where the light can't find. The wind moves slow through needle and bone, like it's whispering names it's always known. And somewhere lost between the lines, something waits beneath the pines. I took that trail past the broken sign, where the path fades out and twists with time. They said don't walk where the forest bends, 'cause that's where all the lost ones end. But I've been chasing what I can't explain, through dirt, through dust, through quiet pain. And every step I made that day felt like it pulled me further away. The trees grew thick, the light grew thin, like the world was closing slowly in. And every sound I tried to trace just echoed back without a place. I saw the ground where it sank just right, like it had swallowed up the night. And something deep beneath the skin told me not to look within. It's buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every crime, just fading now beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every root and every sound. And the deeper I go, the less I find just what was buried beneath the pines. I found a shovel half sunk in clay, like someone tried to walk away, but left behind what they had done. When the digging finally was done, the dirt was loose, too soft, too wide, like it was breathing from inside. And every instinct in my bones said leave this place and go back home. But something pulled me to my knees beneath those ancient watching trees. And when I touched the hollow ground, I swear I felt a heartbeat sound. The wind went still, the forest hushed, like every living thing it rushed to watch the moment I would see what waited there beneath me. Is buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every crime, just fading now beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every root and every sound. And the deeper I go, the less I find, and just what was buried beneath the pines. I started digging with shaking hands through broken earth and silent land. Each inch I cleared, the colder it grew, like I was breaking something through. Then came the smell of rust and rain, of something lost that won't remain. And buried there beneath the soil was more than death, more than spoiled. I saw a shape I couldn't name, not quite a body, not quite the same. And in that moment I understood some things are meant to leave the wood. The forest breathed, the roots held tight, like they were guarding something right. Not evil, not good, just bound to be a memory locked eternally. And every tree began to sway, not from wind but something say, like they were warning me to go. Before I learned too much to know, it's buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every cry, just fading out beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every root and every sound. And now I know what I can't find is what I left beneath the pines. I don't remember leaving there, or how I made it anywhere. But sometimes in the dead of night, I smell that damp and hear that sigh. The wind through trees ain't just the breeze, it's something speaking through the leaves. And every dream pulls me behind, back to the place beneath the pines. So if you walk where the tall trees grow, don't trust the things you think you know. 'Cause once you hear that quiet sign, you'll be buried beneath the pines. The light falls thin across the floor, like it don't belong here anymore. Every corner holds its breath, like it's waiting on something left. The walls don't speak, but they still live, and all the things they won't forgive. And every step I take feels slow, like I've been here long ago. I came back through the broken door, where I swore I'd go no more. The dust still hangs, the air still aches, with every choice a man can't shake. The mirror's cracked but shows too clear a face I tried to leave last year. But time don't change what's underneath, it just lets it sink in deep. I hear the floorboards shift and sigh, like they remember every lie. And every shadow stretched too long feels like it knows where I went wrong. There ain't no place I didn't hide from the truth I kept inside. And every step I took to flee just brought the dark back close to me. Shadows don't forgive what you've done, they follow close, they never run. No matter where you try to go, they're in the light you think you know. I tried to outrun my past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I can't outlive leads me back where shadows live. The hallway bends the way it did back when I was just a kid. But now it feels too tight, too near, like it's closing in with fear. I passed the room where silence grew, from words I never followed through. And every mark upon the wall still stands to witness every fall. A voice calls out but not too loud, like it's wrapped inside a shroud. And though I know there's no one there, it feels too real you to just be here. The dark don't scream, it don't accuse, it just reveals what you can't lose. And every truth I tried to shove still lingers where I couldn't love. Shadows don't forgive what you've done, they follow close, they never run. No matter where you try to go, they're in the light you think you know. I tried to outrun my past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I can't outlive leads me back where shadows live. Every shape the darkness calls, not faces clear, not forms I know, just pieces of what I let go. They don't reach out, they don't demand, they just remain where I still stand. A quiet proof I can't deny of every truth I let die. And in the stillness I can feel something far too sharp to heal. Not pain, not fear, not even grief, just something deeper than belief. And maybe shadows ain't the night, but everything we keep from light. Not evil, not some curse to lift, just truth we never learned to sift. And every step I took away just stretched them longer into day, till I became what I once feared, a man with nothing left but here. Shadows don't forgive what I've done, they don't need to. I'm the one who carries every silent scar, no matter where or who we are. Oh, I tried to hide, I tried to live, but shadows don't forget, don't forgive. And every road I walk still gives back to the place where darkness lives. Now I don't run, I don't pretend, I walk with them until the end. No light to chase, no past to flee, just all that still remains of me. And if you ever feel them near, in quiet rooms or empty fear, don't turn away, don't try to live like shadows ever could forgive. The light fades out, the dark won't shift, it holds you close, it never drifts. And I remain where truth won't live, 'cause shadows don't forgive. Fire burning low tonight, not in the dark but behind my eyes. The wind don't howl, it calls me close, like it remembers what I chose. Boots on gravel, slow and plain, every step echoes my name. And somewhere deep where shadows claim, I swear the devil knows my name. Is just something you never saw. My daddy said, boy, don't look back, but I crooked line. Felt something shift deep down inside. Not fear, not guilt, not even shame, just something cold that learned my name. The town went quiet when I passed through, like they all knew what I'd do. And every eye that met my stare looked like they'd seen me somewhere. There's a weight that don't let go once you walk that road below. And every sin I tried to tame just carved deeper in my name. The devil knows my name, 'cause it's slow. From every place I shouldn't go, in every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I've tried to run, but I can't outrun what I've become, what I've done. And every step along this road leads me back to what I'm owed. I met a man at the edge of town, wore a smile that never came down. His eyes were black, his hands were clean, like he'd never done a single thing. He said, "Son, you've been expected here, been walking this path year by year." I laughed it off, but deep inside I felt the truth I couldn't hide. He tipped his hat and stepped aside, said no need left to run or hide. And when I turned, he was just gone, but his voice kept carrying on. Now the night don't feel the same, it breathes and speaks my given name. And every road I try to claim leads back to that quiet flame. The devil knows my name, 'cause it's slow. From every place I shouldn't go, in every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I tried to run, but I can't outrun what I've become, what I've done. And every step along this road leads me back to what I'm owed. I see my reflection change at night, not quite wrong, not quite right, like something's wearing my own skin, learning slowly from within. The mirror cracks, but still it shows a man that no one really knows. And in his eyes I finally see the truth that's been chasing me. There ain't no deal I signed in ink, no moment I can clearly think, but every choice, every mistake was one more chain I helped to make. And now I hear it clear as day, not far, not near, but here to stay. A voice that sounds too much like mine, drawing out that crooked line between the man I tried to be and what's been growing inside me. No fire, no throne, no grand design, just a quiet claim on what is mine. The devil knows my name, 'cause it's slow. From every place I shouldn't go, in every shadow, every flame, I hear him whispering my name. Oh, I tried to run, but I understand he never chased me, just took my hand. And every road I thought I chose was one he already knows. And now I walk where the night runs deep, where promises don't mean a thing to keep. No fear left, no need to hide, just something walking at my side. Maybe I was never free, maybe this is what I'd be. From the moment I first became a man, the devil knew by name. The wind don't howl, it speaks again, through dust, through fire, through every sin. And I don't ask, I don't defy, I just walk as the night goes by. 'Cause somewhere deep in flame and frame, the devil still calls out my name. don't you make a sound. The night is listening all around. The wind don't blow, it breathes in slow, where the lost and weary go. Close your eyes, don't ask me why. There's comfort in a lullaby, but not the kind you knew before. This one opens a different door. I heard it first when I was young, a song too soft to be well sung. No voice, no tune I could repeat, just something drifting through my sleep. My mother said, don't follow that. There's no road there that leads you back. But every night it called my name, until the dark and I were the same. It hummed through walls, through bone, through air, like something always waiting there. And every time I turned away, it pulled me deeper anyway. It ain't a song for the living ear, it's something only the lost can hear. And once it finds its way inside, it never leaves, it just resides. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, soft as grief, but always near. No words to hold, no truth to keep, just something pulling me to sleep. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it keeps calling me away. And every note I can't deny is sung from a dead man's lullaby. I walk the fields where no one goes, where silence blooms and nothing grows. And there I heard it clear as day, not loud, just close enough to stay. A figure stood where shadows bend, not quite a start, not quite an end. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but I felt something in me break. The song grew strong without a sound, like it rose up from the ground. And every breath I tried to take turned into something it would take. The sky turned pale, the world went thin, like I had stepped too far within. And every step I tried to flee just brought the lullaby with me. It's a dead man's lullaby I hear, soft as grief, but always near. No words to hold, no truth to keep, just something pulling me to sleep. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it keeps calling me away. And every note I can't deny is sung from a dead man's lullaby. I see their faces when I rest, not in fear, but something less, like memories without a frame, or voices stripped of every name. They don't reach out, they don't accuse, they just exist in hollow hues. And in their stillness I can feel a truth too quiet to be real. That this ain't death and this ain't peace, it's something in between. Release, a place where nothing fades or dies, just hums beneath the lullaby. And maybe I was always lullaby. Hush now, don't you make a sound. The night is closing all around. A dead man riding through the smoke. A dead man riding through the smoke. A dead man riding through the smoke. With a heart to know and a soul long broke. A dead man riding through the smoke. No prayers left, no second hope. Just the sound of hooves where the shadows flow. A dead man riding. The sky turned gray before the fall, like it already knew it all. Smoke rose slow from distance in, carrying ghosts upon the wind. The air felt thin like breath could break. With every move the world would shake, and something burned beyond my sight, turning day into endless night. I stood where the old house used to be, just charred remains in memory. The walls were gone, the roof had caved, like nothing here had been saved. The ground was black where fire had fed on everything we ever said. And every step I tried to take kicked up the past in ash and ache. I found a frame without a face, just empty wood and empty space, like time itself had walked away and left the rest to slowly decay. And in the smoke I thought I heard a broken, half-forgotten word, like someone calling from within. The drifting ash upon the wind, its ashes on the wind. They never stay, they carry everything away. Every love, every sin, just ashes scattered in the wind. Oh, I reach, but there's nothing there, just fading traces in the air. And all I was and all I've been is blowing like ash upon the wind. The trees stand there with blackened bones, like silent witnesses alone. Their branches stretch like pleading hands over this broken, burned out land. I hear the crackle in my mind of flames that left no trace behind, just echoes trapped in smoky air, things that used to still be there. A photograph half burned, half gone, still holds a moment I held on. But when I touch it, falls apart, like memory can't keep its heart. The wind don't care what it takes away, it steals the night, it steals the day. And every piece I try to save just slips into an unseen grave. Its ashes on the wind, they never stay, they carry everything away. Every love, every sin, just ashes scattered in the wind. Oh, I reach, but there's nothing there, just fading traces in the air. And all I was and all I've been is blowing like ash upon the wind. I see their faces in the smoke, in every curl, in every stroke. They rise then fade without a sound, like they were never truly found. A voice I knew drifts through the gray, calling me but far away. And I can't tell if it's a dream or something caught between the seams. The fire's gone, but still it burns in every place it once returned. Not in flame, but deep inside, where loss and memory collide. And maybe nothing really stays, it all just drifts and slowly fades. From solid ground to weightless air, till nothing's left of anywhere. And maybe we're just passing through, like like smoke that never quite was true. A moment carved and torn apart by winds that scatter every heart. It's ashes on the wind, they never stay. They carry everything away. Every love, every sin, just ashes scattered in the wind. Oh, I reach, but there's nothing there, just fading traces in the air. And now I see what life has been, just ashes drifting in the wind. Now I walk where nothing grows, through fields of quiet, burned out roads. No past to hold, no future clear, just empty space that lingers here. And every step I take feels like I'm dissolving into night, becoming part of what has been. A trace of ash upon the wind. The wind still blows, it always will, across the ash, across the still. And somewhere lost yet never pinned, we fade away like ash in wind. The clock strikes 12 with a broken chime, like it's counting down borrowed time. The wind drags knives across the sky, and the stars refuse to testify. Somewhere distant a dog won't bark, like even sound is afraid of the dark. And the night leans in, slow and tight, waiting for vengeance at midnight. This ghost town place, with fire still burning behind my face. Same old streets, same crooked signs, but nothing here remembers mine. The saloon door hangs like a jaw half dead, swinging slow with words unsaid. And every step on the wooden floor feels like it's been stepped on before. They all stopped when I crossed inside, like the past had just arrived. No greeting spoke, no eyes met mine, just silence drawn in a straight line. I didn't come here to pray or plead, I came for the dead they refuse to bleed. And every breath that I take tonight is one more step toward the fight. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still. For the moment I collect my will. The barkeep froze with a glass half full, like he felt the pull of something cruel. A man in the corner didn't move a blink, just watched the night begin to sink. I said, you remember what you did that day? He turned away, but the fear stayed. And every shadow in that room started breathing like it knew its doom. A memory crawled through the smoke-filled air, of blood on wood and a prayer not there, of a man left dying in the rain while they left away the pain. every ghost that calls my name will learn the meaning of the same. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I've waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still. For the moment I collect my will. The first man stood with a trembling hand, said, "You don't understand this land, but I've seen deserts swallow men whole, and I know the weight of a broken soul." A shot rang out, but I didn't flinch. Time itself seemed to twitch, and when the smoke finally cleared the room, was drowning in its own doom. One by one they tried to run, but the night had already begun. No door was open, no path was free, just consequence and memory. I don't feel anger like I once did. It's something colder that I've hit, a quiet storm without a name, that doesn't burn, it just remains. And every face I used to know turns to ash in the afterglow, like justice wears a different skin when the midnight lets it in. It's vengeance at midnight, cold and clean, where the truth cuts sharp and the lies turn mean. No angels here, no place to hide, just the reckoning walking side by side. Oh, I waited long in the dust and flame, carving every face into my name. And now the dark is holding still. For the moment I collect my will. Now the town is quiet, too damn still, like it finally paid